Hello, boys and girls. I am General Ulysses S. Grant, and I am here today to tell you about the two generals who led the armies during the Civil War. I, Ulysses S. Grant, led the Northern Army, the Union soldiers. And I, Robert E. Lee, led the Southern armies, the Confederate armies during the Civil War. We want to tell you today a little bit about ourselves. So first, we will start with me, Ulysses S. Grant. I was an important general for the North during the Civil War. I was born on April 27, 1822. I grew up on a farm in Ohio and was urged by my parents to take school seriously. As a child, I didn't dream of becoming a military hero that I proved to be by the end of the Civil War. In 1864, President Lincoln assigned me the responsibilities of being the general of the Union Army. I led the army against Robert E. Lee for the South. I had many victories for the North and became known as a great commander. After Lee surrendered to me, I enforced my own troops to treat the men from the South with respect. I became very popular after helping to win the war and decided to run for president. I was elected and became the 18th president of the United States. I served 2 terms as president as the nation struggled through the Reconstruction period. That was the period after the Civil War when we were trying to rebuild our country. Today, you can see me on the $50 bill. I am remembered as a great leader and a true war hero. Now, to tell you a little bit more about me, Robert E. Lee. I was in charge of the troops in the South during the Civil War. We were known as the Confederate Army. So, let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I was a very important general for the South during the Civil War. I was born in Virginia in 1807. I graduated at the top of my class from West Point Military Academy at a very young age. In 1861, President Lincoln asked me to command the Union Army. Since I was from the South, I refused and joined the Confederate Army instead. As a general, I took risky gambles that paid off. I earned the nickname of Gray Fox because the South wore gray, and I was very sneaky and smart, just like a clever fox. My troops loved and praised me. During the war, I proved myself to be one of the best commanders because of my strong leadership style and skillful military strategies. On April 9th, 1865, I surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant at the Appomattox Courthouse. After the Civil War, I became president of Washington College in my home state of Virginia. I am remembered today as an important military leader during the Civil War. And if you will remember, the Union states were the blue states, and those were the states that I, Ulysses S. Grant, was in charge of for the Army. And the red states were the southern states, where I, Robert E. Lee, took charge of the Army in the battles. Well, my, what are you doing here, little toucans? Well, sir, we heard that you were in need of a bill, and we have these beautiful colored bills that we wouldn't mind sharing with you since you said You also needed a bill. No, sorry, Toucans. I think you misunderstood. I said that I am on the $50 bill, not that I need a bill. Well, that's too bad, 'cause you would look really good with this rainbow bill on you, sir. It would add a splash of color and dash to that outfit. Well, thank you for thinking of me, but I think I will just remain on the $50 bill. And there you have it, boys and girls. Now you know who led the armies of the northern states and the southern states. And we'll be back again soon with another fascinating lesson about the Civil War.